my puns.
What fun?
I have come to a revelation of what time it is. It's time for a rewatch of episodes 51 to 53. Come join us.
I'm gonna need some alcohol.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need some alcohol. You're supposed to take a shot every time the elevator door's wrong.
Oh!
You know what, man? The key to comedy is not to make shitty puns.
Dang it! I was
It's
gonna
really
do
not.
something like that.
I'm sorry, did that go straight to heart?
Oh!
I love. Wait,
Well,
wait,
you see,
you're too good.
puns
You're
are
too good.
the key to everything.
Okay, well, so actually, just before we start the stream
I'm
today,
supposed to be the pun queen.
just before we start the stream today, what does everyone think of the lovely recreation of the Catacarol logo?
It's wonderful.
I adore it.
It's
Cat
did
it's
an
adorable.
absolutely amazing job considering that for
Oh,
a
yeah.
reference. Let me pull up the Reddit on the Reddit. Good. Considering
No, Darth
this
Santa.
is what she had to contrast it from.
What? I'm waiting for the oh my
Solo
goodness.
res.
We can't see anything.
Is that a typewriter?
my
Is that a yeah?
I think that's a typewriter, and I think
No,
that's
it
a
is.
camera wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, she did a great job considering the fact.
Just super small.
No, we had to cut the rewatch short
Yeah, we had to cut it.
because we had Ulrich voice auditions.
Ooh,
Ooh.
exciting.
Oh, yes, it is exciting. All right. Everybody ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Ready, Freddy.
Go!
I really hope it doesn't refresh the page on me.
Oh, right, wherever I tune in to watch.
Oh. We're running separately at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we've been split.
Oh, fair enough.
If you want to I can give you
Yeah, you should find the
I
episode.
got you,
pull up.
bud.
Yeah.
No, I'll give the timestamp out because everyone's supposed to be based off of me.
The timestamp will be go to 50 seconds.
Okay.
Courtesy of the absolute amazeballs
Revelation.
here, we will have a better system for next.
I got it.
Go to 1:05.
Oh, really?
I got it.
Man, straight into Sector 5.
Yeah.
Man, they're already in the thick of it.
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Are you almost done, Alita? Yes, almost.
Listen, not while she's playing Minecraft. And Oz is not with us right now, but if he shows up, we'll show up. But yeah. Now that's what I call teamwork.
Hold on a moment. It has been shown before that Ulrich stabbing the thing in the belly and drawing the sword through it.
It didn't go all the way through.
Yeah.
They need to make it look cool.
The controls are all yours, Jeremy.
Doesn't matter if it doesn't work. If it's stylish, then that's all that matters. We have no plans sneak peeks this week. No wait. I got something. This episode is Revelation. Okay.
No.
So,
Not
in Project Eradication,
Okay, guys, the passage is open.
it will be revealed that there will be revelations of all sorts of crazy things that I'm sure you will be very excited for. And they are quite the reveals, I must tell you. Reveals that I have been planning to reveal for such a long time. Yeah, okay.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
no. What we have is an update video coming out.
Yeah, we have an update video coming soon.
I think y'all are gonna love it.
So, anything good?
No, I wouldn't call it good.
Huh?
Oh,
More
yeah.
like amazing. With this,
Oh.
I bet
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
it's
crack
super
the
exciting.
code of
What-
Franz Hopper's diary.
What's to come?
Way cool. The only problem is I'm gonna need a supercomputer to process such a large amount of data. I'll have to activate a tower or two.
I think the actress
That
has a
didn't go very well last time. Santa hates it when we play with his toys.
I know.
I mean, you guys were just in his house, so play with his toys some more.
Today.
You can have mine. I'd better stay here to prepare the mission. That way, you can
I
set
think
out right after
Yumi's
lunch.
voice actress had a cold in this episode. Or something.
And Jeremy's not coming. He said I could have his portion too, Rosa.
Background noise.
With everything you put away, I just don't
Lazy.
understand how you can
Oh,
still
I'm
be
sorry.
so scrawny.
I am not scrawny. I'm svelte. So come on, Ulrich, stop holding out on us. What's your overall average?
73 for the term.
Well, me, I got 75. A feature.
Yo, I don't
Only
know about
because you made
but
up
those
some points in
potatoes
art
make me really
class.
hungry.
What about you, Aelita? What's your grade point average?
100.
95.2.
What? 95.2. No.
But it's only because of math.
That's bullshit.
Yes, but still, you must have gotten good grades in all your classes. It's great. Especially since you're not really,
Ouch, he really went there.
I mean... Don't worry. I know very well I'm not really human. Still, sometimes I get a strange
Look at
feeling
that
as
baby,
if,
the day
as if
don't
I've already
hurt.
lived here.
Out in the
Weird,
open.
huh?
But yeah,
That's just
that
the
too.
magical artifact.
Like,
You
is
know,
ever
you
wonder
see
how
me
Yeah.
any
once,
of this shit
and you feel you've known me forever.
Hey, magic artifact. You know you got some
I think
mashed potatoes
everybody,
right
I
in your face.
headcanon that everybody in Cataclysm knows, but they just don't care.
Didn't we
Like,
have like a discussion that everyone thinks they're just a bunch of larpers?
No way.
yeah.
Something wrong?
Not
Oh,
really.
this
Some
one.
girl wants me to meet her in the
Oh.
woods. You kidding?
See,
The number's masked.
I,
About it. It's just
I remember
another girl who's too
the
shy
first
to
time
admit
I...
she's crazy about
Hold
me.
on.
You know, your love life is like something out of a soap opera.
Oh yeah, and yours is real simple, huh?
So the first time I saw this, I'm just like, God, this is a very bad idea. This is how people disappear. But I didn't think the show would actually
Yeah,
make him
exactly.
disappear.
It made him disappear, alright.
It's a lesson for kids.
That's all I needed.
It is.
Don't meet
I
strangers
think
in the woods.
my favorite thing though is like legit.
Yeah, Jeremy?
Ulrich Vox odd for having a soap opera relationship.
Okay, we're
the
on our
writers,
way.
The writers
Activate a
know
tower.
that they.
You call Yumi,
they've
I'll tell
written
Al.
Ulrich and Yumi's relationship that poorly.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Wait, I thought I liked the fact that Xana basically understands that Odd gets a lot of love.
Yeah.
What do you mean, SOS Xana? No way, not now!
Xana's all, don't worry, baby, I'm here. I'm meeting up just like we planned.
It's weird that the specter didn't appear as wolf.
Morgan.
Who's
Yeah.
there? No,
Alright, shutting up.
no! Where's Odd?
I sent him a text
General
message. But he was supposed to be
Delarobia.
meeting some sort of mystery girl.
A girl? What girl?
Mystery girls don't leave their names.
I
hope he won't be much longer. Not only do we have to decode Franz Hopper's notes, but now we have to deactivate the tower as well.
And no one's considering that something might have happened.
Door backwards. I think the door was
Door is back. It is backwards.
Oh.
Come
Everybody
on,
take a
Odd,
shot.
pick up.
All right.
He's not answering.
I have a
first
water
of
bottle
many
right there.
tonight.
Meet you later.
Transfer Ulrich. Transfer
Shot of
Alina.
water.
Transfer
Yeah.
Yumi. Scanner Ulrich.
I
Scanner
like how it
Yumi.
isn't Odd isn't responding. Maybe
Scanner
we should send him a
Alina.
text.
Virtualization.
Respond to that. No, Odd's fine. We'll get him later.
Whenever he's with girls, he never answers anyways, so it's all good.
Yep.
To be honest, this is probably one of Xana's more dark and like straightforward attacks, though.
Yeah.
Here I am, Jeremy. Not a minute too soon.
I've been trying to call you.
I was busy.
Huh? Well, get ready. I'll launch the procedure.
Oh.
Transfer Odd.
Weird hearing him just so snappy.
Virtualization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise? Yeah, okay, you're gonna wait.
What? What's going on
See, the
here?
best part here is Xana takes out Yumi first.
Odd?
And all is right with the world.
There was a
Yep.
bug during the transfer.
Did you know
Oh, no
that Odd
way.
died for his people?
Huh? The tower has just deactivated
You
itself.
see?
Are you sure? Yeah. The super
Xana
scan
doesn't
shows
need
all
the
clear.
Spectre one.
Oh.
As if Xana has called
Oh.
off
His
his
like pupils are very like extra
That's
small.
one less thing for us to worry
Yep.
about, right? Right, Odd?
Right.
Honestly, he should have gone for Ulrich
Should
first,
have killed Ulrich first.
because,
What's up with him?
yeah,
Is he
because
sulking or
Yumi,
something? Maybe his
let's be
rendezvous
real.
didn't go well.
Yumi is only a threat
Here
to
you're
William.
right.
and
Please
that's only
remember
because
that we have a
William's got
diary to
soft spot
decode.
for-
True.
I've chosen the tower at 72 degrees south and 55 degrees west.
Oh wow, the overbike flies for once.
Yeah.
There it is.
Even though it's totally with a G2.
That's a nice shot.
True.
Ulrich being in the back is
Ugh.
just... Xana could have so
Oh,
easily won.
I
He just
get
had
it.
to take out Ulrich. But no, Ulrich, absolute Chad.
As soon as I
Yep.
activate the tower,
Yep.
start the decoding process.
Xana's always too concerned about Yumi being like too competent to deal with. But the reality is you don't
Yep.
have to be competent to be good on the but you just have to be Chad.
Exactly.
I'm ready, Jeremy.
Okay, I'm activating the tower now.
I forgot what I said. Crap.
Yeah, it's working.
The decoding of the
Yeah,
data's
man,
underway,
season 1
Jeremy.
vibes with that
It
one.
might take some time.
No problem. Whenever Xana leaves us in
Why
peace,
did you have to
everything's
say
cool.
that?
Also, doors backwards.
Shot! Shot!
Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. Watch out! Xana's creatures
do we
heading
take
your
a
way.
shot when you
Where
guys
from?
were?
We can't see anything.
Also, like I said, her voice actress must have
There they are.
Wow, Santa's pulled out the big guns.
And then,
Oops.
Hey!
Shot!
Jeremy, Santa's taken over.
Oh, he totally saw that.
Yep.
Sure of it.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Xana doesn't believe in ammo.
this is the first time she hasn't collapsed. Yeah, this scene.
He was just angry.
Also,
Oh.
for how long the faucet has been going, that seems more Especially with how quickly it fills up.
What I'm wondering
True.
is how the heck Odd got down there and it's still and the vent is still
Zan-
in.
Xana put it back.
Xana put it back.
What
Yeah.
worries me is that that's probably the most useless storm drain ever. For how quickly it fills up with a faucet, bro.
I don't know how Xana did
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Door's not backwards.
I do. It's not
Alright,
the real Odd.
Scott.
What? It's one of Xana's creatures, a polymorphing specter. But where's the real Odd
Polymorphing or
then?
polymorphic?
Both apply
Make
in
up your
this.
mind, Joe.
Polymorphic.
Polymorphic and polymorphic. Different.
Is anybody there?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm Spell!
I think you said I'm soaked for a second.
Talk about a tailgater. Worse than Sissy.
Lauren, it's a trap. He's trying to lead you away from the tower.
Why?
Jeremy, what's going on?
Is there a problem?
Oh, man.
Aw, man.
Xana's trying to gain control of the tower. Abort the mission. Stop decoding.
No.
And come back to Earth. Okay.
No creepers right now.
But you said all
I like how she
Where
just
are you?
doesn't. She can't code Lyoko.
I said aw, man,
But
because
it's like
Dare
trying to
said
find a
aw.
needle in a haystack.
Wait. While I was hacking into the network, I managed to locate the emergency telephone closest to Odd's phone.
You can do that?
Of course I can. If Odd still has a cell on him, then he's in the northeast corner of the woods.
That's near the Hermitage. I'm off.
Okay, but Xana, you're smarter than this. To leave his phone, you're smarter.
Jeremy, we've got a problem. I can't stop the decoding program.
It's taking up too many resources. It's out of my control now.
Bad news. If Xana manages to get control of the tower now, he'll be able to get into the restricted access part of the supercomputer. I can lose all the data in France
Bright
Hopper's
running it out of
diary.
there.
Not to mention everything you programmed
Yep.
in yourself. Our combat gear, the vehicles, the transfer codes, and my materialization program.
This is a nightmare. Ulrich! Xana's about to take control of the tower. You have to stop it.
Bad. He's
Right.
like.
Okay.
Why?
But how?
Hyperdrive, thank you.
You have to isolate the
Or the
towers.
follow.
Try and cut the cables. Hurry!
I'm kind of sad. It's like the one.
Damn.
The one in a
Raw
lifetime
Chad
that feels like
energy.
a match.
Hey, Flower.
Yup.
You're wasting your time, Zach.
That line.
Odd has
Here
never
it
done
comes.
me yet. Yeah, well, okay, that changes things.
Hot topic, Ulrich. Hell yeah.
Duel of Fates.
I like how Xana. I like how Xana Ulrich has like a red saber.
Yeah. God damn it.
Hey guys, it transitions back and forth like in episode 3 where it goes between two different lightsaber fights.
Odd?
Oh
Whoa.
god.
Yeah.
Yoda versus Sheev and Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Who? Neither. No one wins.
You were my brother, Odd.
Xana's
I
going
loved
to
you.
Aelita. Is there
No,
anything
that's
new?
kind I thought you liked Yumi. You player.
There's no way to stop
Neither of them
Yeah,
has the
right.
high ground.
Like stop button.
When a program says not responding, sometimes like a task manager and the task manager's not responding.
You're just so shit not even task.
And still, neither of them has the high ground.
I think the cool thing here is that you're fucking like they're synchronized fighting.
Yep.
Xana, I downloaded Move.
I'm gonna be honest, as much as everybody's like the arena scene in the fourth sector in season 4 is great, no. This fight scene is the best on the show. Hands down, and nothing beats it. The choreography is perfect, the camera shots. Hands, the cut, everything.
Hey, you're not so bad there, Xana.
That's it.
Comedy.
Full of surprises, huh?
Wait. Nah, not this one. I gotta give it to, crap. Kid Vladimir. Kid Vladimir? Kid Vladimir. In the, what's it? In the skid garage with William and a bunch of creepers. That was great.
It figures. At least I don't have to climb anymore. Well, I guess you can say I'm really up to my neck in trouble this time.
That thing filled up way too fast.
Like I said.
Yep.
World's worst storm drain.
Uh-oh.
Xana's about to take over. Ulrich, what are you doing?
I
just got one
what are
last
you
little
doing
thing to take care of.
I don't know. It's not like I've been fighting myself in the past minute.
I just got a great idea for a meme. Although it's fandom specific, but I gotta do it now. I gotta do it.
Do it. Do it, Lazy.
It'll be after the show, but I'm excited now. You did it.
All done, Jeremy.
Yep.
Imagine someone being able to do that with a lightsaber.
Ah!
Somebody has electrical wars.
I like how he just forgot the tarantula.
I mean, to be fair, with all that fighting...
I don't blame him.
I will be the same.
Dylan, you're quiet? God damn, Cam. God damn.
I like how Odd actually screamed and you were just like, huh, I wonder where he could be.
Screw you, Cam.
Odd?
We appreciate that Yumi, like, gets it open here.
Like, I think she's gonna need some real medical attention after that. The amount of damage to her lower back in that scene is, oh my...
Xana is about to steal all my data!
Yeah.
We're done for!
Oh. Hey, can the
him.
music guys
What's
can the
going
music
on?
guys make a version
It's
of
him.
this?
Aelita?
Can the guys
It looks
make
like
a version
Xana
of
has
this?
lost control of the tower.
France?
Probably. I don't know if we're
Having
gonna
the case of Lyoko and just be like, no use,
The
Anna.
decoding program is going full
I like that this implies that Trans Hopper could have literally come in at any time to help them. He's just like, I'm gonna be vain here.
No, the show makes it very clear that he's been building up power over the duration, same duration Xana has been building up power.
Oh.
And if anything, he's had less power to work with. Pulls the screws straight. Those are screws, not like nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls ever kept me waiting that long.
Herculean
He's just
strength.
laughing.
And you thought Ulrich was dead.
No, you're right. No. Xana knows this about Yumi, and that's why he always goes after her. He doesn't want her to achieve her full
He's
power.
like, I am never gonna hear the end of this.
Yumi!
Oh
I've got
god.
Odd. How about you?
We're decoding Franz Hopper's diary.
Here we go. The big reveal.
The
Franz
revelation.
Hopper was
Oh,
the
no.
creator
No,
of Xana.
shush.
In his
Shush.
diary, he wrote down everything that happened during the creation of Lyoko. Everything.
That means you'll be able to find the antivirus.
Yeah. It does. But there's something more.
What? Come on, spit it out.
Well, before Franz Hopper virtualized himself on Lyoko, and before being taken prisoner by Xana, he lived here on Earth.
We already knew that.
Yes, but what we didn't know was that he had a child. A little girl.
Really? What became of her?
He virtualized her on Lyoko at the same time as himself.
And did she fall victim to Xana too?
No, she stayed on Lyoko.
But that's impossible. If Hopper's daughter were on Lyoko, I would have definitely known.
Wow.
I'm not.
Mic drop.
I just love that one. I just love that one.
Yeah, her first instinct is that where is the daughter? I would have known, like, wait a minute, it's me? What?
I like that. So Odd doesn't get it immediately. Eileen doesn't get it immediately, but I'll look at you and you're like, yes, bitch, we knew it!
Yep. I just love how it's handled so much.
It's beautiful. I love that whole scene.
Everybody get the key.
Right?
Ready.
The key.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hey,
This episode.
Alita dies.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You spoiled the whole show.
I mean,
can't believe this.
It would have been a spoiler 10 years ago. More than 10.
No.
It would have been a spoiler
It's a
15 years ago.
Can't believe George Lucas is actually Alita's dad.
I can't believe.
No, George Lucas is the father of Stephanie from Lazy Town.
Why is George Lucas playing with my quantum supercomputer?
Oh my god.
Why is George Lucas playing piano in my vision?
Why is George Lucas on my computer? Why is he playing piano when he should be working on Star Wars?
Morgan,
Sorry,
no. No, Morgan. I did it.
George Lucas writing.
I have a new command. Hold on.
Oh, but just George Lucas writing Code Lyoko is just like,
Hold on.
alright,
All
so
right,
I want
wait.
Xenified Willie.
Group.
Wait.
You and Jar Jar became an ambassador.
Even Jar Jar was a Sith Lord.
I mean, he was.
So I want Jar Jar to sound real evil, you know? Real
Alright, guys. Alright. Type exclamation mark Sissy in chat. And enjoy.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I made a mistake. Wait. I made one mistake. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Okay. Now type Sissy in chat.
God damn it.
Curse.
It's given me the identical message. There we go.
The E makes it even better because she's so stupid she would do it.
Misa Sissy Delma. Misa is Principal's daughter.
That gave Dylan a big coughing fit. Jeez.
I think that extra shouldn't be in there. I think it should just be Misa
Oh my
Principal's
God.
daughter. Misa Sissy Delmas, Misa Principal's daughter.
Yeah, but Sissy's so stupid. She put it in there.
Okay.
That's the point. Come on.
I think both of us got a coffin at the same moment.
Okay, okay.
God damn it.
Alright, has everybody got the key ready?
Oh,
I hope you
this
didn't
is an
forget
episode.
your key
Here we
in
go.
Lyoko, Aelita, because it's going to be very important for us to unlocking the door.
Oh.
We gotta get into the factory. If you don't have the key, we're screwed.
God damn it.
You didn't forget the keys in the house, did you?
A key.
Oh, key. Oh.
Okie dokie.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Begin!
Ah, yes.
Sonny.
Moonscoop presents. Actually, I did see it and I laughed. That's why I laughed.
Also, welcome to the stream.
One to Shadow.
Oh, good morning to you as well.
We have quite a unique cast today, I will say so. Morgan's always here, Wade's always here. I always have to be here because I'm the one who runs the thing. But Shadow and Clumsy, Shadow's been on a couple times before. Clumsy, this is your first time.
Well, it's been a couple.
And Flower hasn't missed a day since she joined the team, so.
I mean, I haven't missed when I wasn't on the team, so.
I was busy with Charles and.
I just wasn't in the chat.
Everywhere for you. I spent the whole night reading Franz Hopper's diary.
I only show up when it's relevant.
Listen to this.
Valid.
Franz Hopper. Dun, 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 dun.
Project Carthage was a military program
Sorry,
used to
George
block enemy
Lucas.
communications.
You're just like my dad, Fran.
Wait, it's further down.
Oh.
So I built the supercomputer, created Lyoko, and last bulk Zana to destroy Carthage. June 6, 1994. Day 639.
It's still further.
June 6, 1994. Day 1265. Someone's watching me. Someone wants to get rid of me.
3.5 years.
Here's the weird thing, it's the same day. Why is, like, does someone else have a supercomputer that makes them immune to time
and
reset?
destroy all the evidence of my
I think he was paranoid.
That's when I discovered one of its fascinating properties. Returning to the past.
Because
It gave me all
he's
the
been
time I
reliving
could
the day
possibly need to
so
perfect
many
my great
times.
project.
He kind
The
of
only
started
thing that would
to.
allow me to escape my enemies.
That plus the stress of.
June the 6th.
I think it was that that trick that uses the return to the past to make you smarter is what made him crazy.
The scanners and the virtualization programs are ready. In a few hours, I will go to Lyoko with Aelita. Just like me, Aelita will hold the keys to Lyoko. Together, we will be the absolute masters. We will live together forever.
We will live there together forever.
The keys
Forever.
to Lyoko.
Yeah, so that
That's
was a
what Xana
lie.
wants to steal from Aelita's memory.
But what could Xana do with them?
Escape the
Escape from the supercomputer
And take over
and
the
take
world.
over the world.
But what?
Aelita,
Whoa.
you should have stuck around till the end. I didn't have time to tell you the best news of all. It turns out I've been wrong all along.
You have? Why?
I thought that Xana had given Aelita a virus, so I've been looking for an antivirus. But thanks to Franz Hopper's diary, I finally understand. Xana didn't give her anything at all. In fact, he took something from her.
He did? But what?
I don't really know yet.
Whoa.
It's a fragment that belongs to her. I've located it in Sector 5.
We could go and get it tonight, after the end of the year
Such an
dance.
obvious trap.
Awesome. It'll be our final mission. And then it's time
If
for
it
a
was really
well-earned
that
real
easy.
vacation. Out
You
of the
jinxed
country.
it.
Huh?
You jinxed it.
Say final mission.
Didn't Xana literally pull the same trick with
Aelita,
Franz Hopper
wait.
like a few episodes ago?
What's the matter?
Yes?
I refuse to
Yep.
set foot on Lyoko ever again.
Why? What's gotten into you?
My father stole my life from me. He was a totally crazy second-rate magician. Because of him, I'm nothing. I'm no one.
All of that's behind you now. We'll recover the fragment that Xana took from you and
He's not
shut down
wrong.
the supercomputer. Then you'll be free.
What if it goes wrong?
You just had to think.
What if Xana gets hold of the keys to Lyoko in my memory?
I mean, to be
For all you
fair,
party
his
animals with short
daughter,
memory
someone who
spans,
pioneered time
I'd like to
travel.
remind you that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, during the end of the year dance, any overly suggestive dancing, wild behavior, or troublemaking will be severely punished. That's all. Enjoy yourself.
So far,
What?
I don't have anyone to take to the
No
dance.
grinding.
Fortunately, I've
Morgan.
got away with women.
No,
No,
Wanna go to the dance with me?
nightmare.
I told
What?
you never to speak to me again.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, where are you going with anyway? Well, I was hoping to talk to you about it.
Hi, Yumi.
She's losing track now.
Okay, I get the idea now.
What would you say to taking the prettiest girl in school to the dance?
You mean Anais VK? No, she's going with Christopher Mbala.
I meant me, stupid. Well,
Ouch. Hey, my man Kristoff. My man. But,
really? Well, great. See you tonight.
I don't know. This is so stupid.
It is.
Yumi was obviously about to ask him, and he's
go
just
with
like,
someone like
William took her away. It's so
Let
obvious
go,
that they're going to go
okay?
to the dance.
Are you sure you won't come to the dance with me?
yeah.
Sure.
Are you going with another guy?
Hope so.
He's still
Isn't that the girl who just said
guys.
Yep.
Oh, this scene.
May we
Oh,
have a
man.
moment of silence?
I'm so.
May we have a moment of
I
silence?
can't believe.
What time is this? 5:50. Okay.
Have you seen Aelita?
Died.
No. There's no answer on her phone, and the supercomputer's not responding either.
Think it's a bug?
Nah, I'm not gonna do
Maybe.
that with this
I'm
one.
going to the factory. Cover for me with the teachers.
Not with this one.
So odd. Did you find someone to take to the dance yet?
These two plots don't go well together.
For you.
What is it?
Yep.
A surprise. See you tonight.
Okay, I get it.
What? You are going to the dance with William, aren't you?
Is that a fact? Well, you really don't get it, do you?
This is this.
One
This
more of
is
your
why
stupid
the
proverbs
writing
and you
for their
are dead.
relationship is so,
Yep.
so terrible.
Ulrich has lost his head
Yep.
and should have stayed in bed. Oh, wait, I got another one. Go with Sissy and your future's
Okay, but
gloomy
where did
because you're
this
gonna
come
lose
from?
Yumi.
This isn't right.
I like how he assumes she went to Lyoko.
Aelita! Aelita! Answer me! Come on! Wake up!
There!
You're insane!
Hey guys, who
do that?
knew
To
a
save the
kids
world.
show would
To
deal with
save you
something
all.
as dark as
We'll save it
suicide?
together, and then you'll have your whole life in front of you. A brand new life.
You should get ready.
And I
Your
can't believe I forgot
girlfriend's
about
gonna
that.
be waiting for you.
Drop it, Odd.
Okay, I'm out of here. Who knows? Maybe I'll bump into a lonely heart.
Bruh. Just bruh.
Is Yumi home?
What even is that?
Your boyfriend's here.
Beat it, Hiroki! Well then, you're not at the dance with Sissy?
The voice
I
direction
don't
for
really like
Hiroki
dancing,
also
even less with
changed
Sissy.
after
Why are you here?
the if it's not this season, the next season.
I came to tell you
but-
something.
Aren't you going to get that?
Yes?
It's me. You at the dance?
No, I don't want to go.
Glad to hear it. Aelita and I aren't gonna go either. Come to the factory. It's mission time.
Let Odd and Yumi know too,
I was gonna say,
Okay.
their romance scenes remind me of cheesy French movies, romance movies. And I remembered, oh wait, this is a French TV.
Yeah.
You guys, so many.
You haven't seen Ulrich, have you?
No, and he promised to take me to the dance.
Oh,
I believe it's called a
Wanna
disappointment.
go to the
Damn.
all right. My name's Carla.
I'm Odd.
Odd Della Robia. I'm sorry. I'm already seeing someone.
Ooh.
You at the dance?
Yeah, I mean, almost.
Right, urgent meeting. Come to the factory. We're taking the plunge.
Oh, man, just when I finally almost found a girl to go with.
This is the big
just
one, guys.
almost
We're gonna
finally
recover
found a girl to
Aelita's
go
fragment
with.
and get
Yeah,
rid of
right
Xana
on.
once and for all.
Let's go then. I'll lead the way.
Be careful.
Hey, we don't have that Carla.
Transfer forward. Transfer on. Virtualization.
Carla? No, I don't know. Hold on. What?
Better than all right.
Transfer Yumi. Transfer Aelita.
I'm programming your vehicles too.
No. At least I don't think I've written anything with her.
Northeast. No monsters?
Nope.
Don't you think that's weird?
At least Yumi gets
Don't
it.
worry,
It's like, oh, this
Xana
is
wasn't
it's
expecting us.
Enter the code.
Yeah.
Okay, all aboard for Sector 5.
Man, that's pretty dark, Nightmare.
Oh.
Oh.
So the canon seems to be that she
What's
doesn't.
wrong with you? You feel like throwing
she
up
sort of
as usual?
Doesn't really die. It's more
That's
like
what I
she
can't
goes into a dormant.
Everybody ready?
Basically in a
I'm going to
coma
enter
with
the
no heart.
coordinates of the room where Aelita's
I was
fragment
gonna
is.
say, yeah,
Which,
like some
which
sort of-
yeah, sounds like someone who's dead, but it's like it's like limbo. You're not technically dead, but you're not in heaven.
3 minutes to find the key
I was
and
gonna
stop
say, it's just
the
like turning
countdown.
off a computer.
Doors backwards.
I see it.
Imagine Aelita dies, they have trouble finding a nuclear... someone turns off the computer, Aelita, quote-unquote, dies. They have trouble finding a battery, but eventually do, but they have a funeral and everything, and she, like, and they turn it on during the funeral, and she wakes up in the coffin.
Creepers, still as ugly as ever, huh?
Wakes up
Oh
saying,
yeah,
"You
aw
gotta-
man. Yeah, no problem.
Aw,
These acrobatics are honestly
Only 1 minute to go.
Yo, why don't they give the acrobatic shot to Oz? We've seen him like climb up walls and stuff.
But- Yumi needs something to do.
Also,
Good shot.
Yeah,
More
I
than
know.
Also, we have seen in an episode, not yet though, but Yumi has been practicing gymnastics.
yeah.
True.
Also, why do you need acrobatics when you have
Yeah.
Why do you need acrobatics?
Yumi, only 10
That
seconds
looks like
left.
a job for a
Hurry.
cat.
I'm almost there.
I think it's been more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, it just ran out.
You're right.
Lyoko time is obviously
Lyoko is
Nice job.
I love that. Just
Now,
yoink.
now here's my favorite question about. Oh, hold on, that curve.
Want to see how
That
low you can
curve,
go,
that's
huh,
actually really
guys?
cool.
I thought you were gonna lead the way. Go on.
But okay, so where's the space for all
How's
of
the door?
this?
Where
does this
between the core?
fit?
The Sector 5's
Yeah.
pretty though.
Yeah, big.
And it's always like shifting shape inside, so it's really hard to gauge, like you can't really map it out properly.
Like, stop showing off.
Why is the other wall curved? It's clearly.
That's it.
That's Aelita's missing fragment.
Sector 5 is leading them into a trap. How it knows where they want to go.
Look out!
Keep in mind, it's quote unquote where Xana lives. So.
Yeah, Oryx, go. See, the thing that bothers me the most in this, at the end of this scene, is Ulrich doesn't go all the way up there with Aelita. He stands at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Xana wouldn't have won if Ulrich was at the top of it.
I don't want you to wonder if Ulrich was just there in general. Just
Xana wouldn't have wanted any of the rest top.
Well, yeah, but the thing is,
I feel like he'd still
he'd
still have won if Yumi was at the top. He'd still have won if Yumi was at the top. You're right.
Infinite supply.
We better not hang around here.
That did not go well at all.
Down.
Ooh.
Hey, Odd actually collapsed.
Jeremy! Yumi and Odd are down!
I know! Get Aelita's fragment!
The whole room is falling apart! Run for it!
Oh no!
I just heard that,
I know Xana's destroying the room, but why he's so ramped, he's risking Aelita so hard here.
Yep.
He's trying to take care of her bodyguards, is really what he's trying.
Jeremy!
Oh!
Yeah.
Recklessly endangering.
Oh no! It's getting better!
Whale noise. That's literally whale noise.
Pretty much.
You're crazy! What's going on?
It's France Hopper who's controlling the mantis!
I'm gonna be honest, this trap is pretty good because it convinced France, even.
Yeah.
That or there's some ulterior motives. Franz Hopper's also trapped on Lyoko, and he knows that sacrificing his daughter will set him free.
Yeah.
No.
He knows that escaping Lyoko means he gets to escape too. Oh.
Yep.
See, the other thing is he doesn't just run up once it all starts falling. He just stands there.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what to do. He gets.
The noise that is made right there is kind of sad.
Ooh! He got crushed!
Oh, well,
That had to hurt.
Oh.
There's no one around to help
Here
you.
we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Can we all be silent for this part?
Surprise!
There wasn't anything I could do.
Yes, there is. You could have stood up there with her.
You could have. Jeremy the Slim. Or Slim. Yeah.
He's losing his ego.
I would love, like, the fixed alternate version of this scene to be Ulrich is up there next to Aelita, and Manta flies in and knocks him off instead while they're both distracted. Because that would make way more sense.
That could work.
Aelita's
Die.
Yeah, the E-girl's dead.
The E-girl has perished. Let's all take a moment of silence to remember the simpness
I
that
love
was Jeremy for
the
his
darkening of Lyoko.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Like this. Just.
All of Lyoko is mourning for her.
No,
I'd say
Xana's
just
escaping outward.
Xana's escaping. And he's having a ball. Nice.
What? What's going on?
Xana got what he wanted. He has the keys to Lyoko. He'll be able to get out of the supercomputer.
And the storm that is completely for show.
Yep.
I'm
Nah,
gonna be
Xana's
honest,
being
no.
extra. He won.
He was relishing it.
Did you see, Mommy?
Okay, let me make this sweet ass vortex into the sky with lightning and wind. It's gonna be so awesome.
What should I call him?
What about
That's his
Mr.
version of a
Puck?
party.
It means goblin.
Do you like him? Oh, thank you, Mommy.
That hurts my heart.
It's like math.
Who knew that a 2004 cartoon could make you cry? I'm not crying, I'm just sweating through my eyes.
Mommy?
Aww.
I'm not crying, the alcohol's just a bit too strong.
I'm not crying. I have an eyelash in both eyes.
Daddy?
I'm not crying. I use too much
I'm
Amaterasu.
going up to my room.
No one? Okay.
Why are your tears red, son?
I lost the
game.
The men in black are here.
I know. Do you remember where Mr. Puck is?
Yes.
Come quickly. This way.
But hold up. Him asking if she remembers where Mr. Puck is implies that he thought she would come back. Because he took the key and come back to Earth.
He wanted to make sure the police were
My laboratory. Come on.
Where?
Yeah.
To a world where we will be
I was
safe.
gonna say more like.
You and I.
I
Forever.
like.
See you in a
Okay,
minute,
no,
honey.
no,
See you in a
nothing
minute,
relevant.
Daddy.
It implies.
Probably did plan to come back, but Santa was afraid of him, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said forever though.
What's
At
going
least
on, Jeremy?
He'll live on
It's
Lyoko
Prince Hopper.
forever.
He's bringing Lyoko back to life.
It's a world
The
without danger.
inverted transition is just as good.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Xana being like, wait, what?
It's
what?
incredible.
But the party!
Prince Hopper
Come
is
on,
saving
Dad!
his
Come
kid.
on! Don't crash my party!
Eilena's like, what? I
To the scanner room, quick!
Hey, we're twice on.
Wait, did you catch me?
Catch anyone in the stupid scanner room.
Right?
The floor is metal. It hurts to hit your head on that.
Someone please say something funny before I have a heart attack?
My father sacrificed himself for me, and we don't even know if he's still on Lyoko.
Fine. Excuse me while I have my heart attack.
All those memories of your life on Earth. That was the fragment that Xana took from you to bind you to him, and Franz Hopper managed to give them back to you.
Now you're free, Aelita. But unfortunately, so is Xana.
Shutting the supercomputer down is not going to kill Xana anymore.
That
What are we
line.
going to do?
Same as always. We'll
Just
fight. Xana may have become more powerful, but I don't think he's invincible. If he attacks, we'll counterattack. We'll find a way to get rid of Xana for good.
And we'll do everything we can to find your dad, Aelita.
Definitely Franz
The
sacrificed
fight has to go on.
Aelita temporarily so he could
Fighting
escape.
Xana is my job.
I was gonna say that too. It's just like,
No,
yeah,
Aelita.
Lena, you'll forgive me.
It's our job.
But I need to get out of here.
And the
Xana's
only reason
closing
he
in
was
on
able
me.
to sacrifice or to save Aelita and steal the keys from Xana, steal the memory from Xana was because Xana opened himself up once he had the key.
Yeah.
Again, Xana's hubris is one of his shortcomings. That is the biggest.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the biggest plot character or character trait of Xana is that his hubris is his greatest shortcoming. He believes himself to be a god. Ergo, he makes mistakes in accordance with believing him to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. One of his.
He's basically a Greek god. Let's be honest here. He's just a Greek god.
Yep.
If you look at Greek mythology, it's basically they're just a bunch of superhumans. That's really what the gods are. They're just a bunch of superhumans. Zeus is a guy who can throw a really horny guy who can throw lightning. That's pretty much his entire MO.
God. Pretty much.
And then the rest of Greek mythology is just the result of this super horny guy who can throw lightning being horny.
Pretty much.
And
Although,
there is
with the
not
end of,
a horny guy who can still throw lightning.
I mean, he had his phase. I mean, there was Xana's kiss, but
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But no, one thing I do want to say.
This rewatch is the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Can I have a comment?
But no, one thing I do want to say, at least as far as with season 2 over, Xana as a villain is still just one of my all-time favorites in general because like
he wins every
loses a lot
season
of battles.
except the very last episode, essentially.
Yeah,
and even then,
he loses
because evolution exists. He still won.
He technically won. Yeah,
he never really
got rid of Hopper.
They didn't even kill him off totally in like
Exactly.
Evolution.
They didn't kill him off.
They just found a temporary.
A
And it's
temporary
like
fix that never got a resolution.
Yep.
Can I have a comment?
Xana loses battles, but he wins wars. Is the big thing. And I think that's
the only
just what makes
reason
him such an
he
awesome villain.
loses at the end of season 4 is because the only being of power comparable to him is Franz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the Warriors are just barely beating Xana in season 4.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
if anyone's wondering why Xana doesn't do anything for like 2 more weeks after he's free, I'm pretty sure he's just busy like exploring and like enjoying his new freedom.
Yeah,
I think attacking the Warriors isn't really on his like list of things to do right away.
I think he was he was actually taking.
He doesn't realize he thinks he's basically building up power because now that he's able to siphon power from more than just the Lyoko supercomputer, it's entirely possible he's launching returns to the past on these other computers if they're capable.
Oh.
Nah.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't bet on it because of how quantum entanglement works. The reason the Warriors are not affected by the returns to the past is because they're entangled with the computer itself, which exists in a quantum superposition, which basically is a bunch of really complex mumbo jumbo. But essentially,
You probably didn't even understand.
a quantum superposition is a fixed point in space / time. So this computer essentially exists outside of time.
It transcends time, huh?
Anything that is entangled with it on a quantum loop is also outside of time.
Do you
Which
guys also
suffice to
put
say
quantum in
might
everything?
mean the Warriors don't age, which is an interesting thing to think about.
That is very.
50 years have passed, but I do not age.
Or it's like running a company like later in the body of a 14-year-old boy.
How are you so young looking?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
You can
Well, let's think about it this way. Franz
Dylan.
was entangled with the computer for those 7 years of resets.
Guys.
He didn't really age.
Guys.
What?
Guys. We still have one more episode.
I know.
What?
We can still talk about stuff.
We just watched the finale. We have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, you can't. You don't just
straight to
finish
heart
season 2 and then be like,
straight
"All
to
right,
heart.
season
The
3,
key.
let's go."
I do that.
Well,
Yep.
Morgan, we aren't so straight to the heart as
Well,
you.
we're on a
so-
stream.
Nice.
Look, by the end of this, I'm gonna be dead on the floor because of alcohol.
I know.
It'd be like
there is
that.
a warning that you don't want to participate in the take a shot every time the door's fucked up drinking game.
Yeah.
We don't
I think
advise
I'd
it. We
rather
just let you know it
participate with
exists.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather participate with water.
All right, guys. Everybody got straight to the heart ready?
I have straight to heart up.
Yep. Ready.
Let's see, the
3, 1, 2, go.
The quantum superposition thing could explain why Alita never aged.
I was gonna say
no,
the fact the computer was off the whole time, so none of the simulations were run effectively. It was in the same state it was.
Yeah.
All that time until it turned back on again. But, okay, 10, 20 years.
Also clumsy. Is there like a truck behind you? Holy shit, dude.
No, that's background noise.
Try and limit that, please.
Yeah.
Will do.
Nightmaric. The replicas are on quantum supercomputers.
Nightmare says that is the best techno babble I've ever heard.
The replicas are on quantum supercomputers.
Yeah.
Welcome back, campers.
Yeah.
2 weeks without us. Not too long.
Did you miss
Doors
me,
backwards.
Forget it. You could have stayed
Shut.
for like 3 weeks. Xana attacked 0.
New season, same old.
Kind of. Ever since Xana discovered a way to leave the super
New Jerry voice
and
actor.
managed to access the World Wide Web,
That's
we haven't
same
heard
one.
anything. No news is good news, right? That's what you think. I trust Xana as far as
Still
I can
can't
throw
get
him,
over how
which is
different
why
the
I just
voices are from
reprogrammed the
season
super
1 and
From
2
now
to
on,
season
we'll
3
know
and
where
4,
the big
though.
bad wolf is hiding.
That's great, Einstein, but how's that gonna help?
Well, first of all, we can try to find out how he plans to use the internet. Cool, and then you send us in after him so we can crack a few heads. That's about it. But wait, getting you into the internet isn't all that easy. So first, let's get a handle on what his scheme is. Here we go.
Yeah! Well, let me remind you, we have to pick up our class schedules before lunch. So let's move.
Ulrich, wait a second. You know, I did a lot of thinking
Also,
during
the
the summer,
implication of a new school year.
and I have something important to tell you.
Tell me, I'm listening.
Hey, come on!
Be right there. I'll tell you later, okay?
Hey guys, perpetuation of will they, won't they? Let's do it.
Yeah.
No idea.
You think maybe she
Yep.
wants you to ask her to marry her?
Yeah, right. I was gonna ask you to be my maid of honor on. No class on Saturday morning, meaning that on Friday night.
We can go to the movies?
What do you mean no class? Who has class on Saturday?
They do. It's been established like half school days on Saturdays.
Yeah, cool.
If cool means our worst nightmare, then you're
Hey,
right.
do you
Being
think
in
they'll
the same
do?
class is
Do
really
you think
cool.
any
Very
schools will
funny.
do that
Have
this
yourself
year?
a good laugh, Odd. Enjoy it. Get it out of your system.
Yes,
In a few
very yes.
seconds, you're gonna be
Mucho
crying.
yes.
See you real soon, Odd.
Did you see that? Hey, why so sad?
You're not in the same class as we are.
I'm not?
If Xana attacks, what'll we do without him? It was already complicated with Yumi. Now it's gonna be impossible to get organized.
What's more, I'm not going to be able to copy off you. My grades are really going to go down the tubes. Well, there's only one thing to do.
Yeah, what's that?
Go for broke!
Blackmail,
While
Jim.
he's going for broke, we'll go for lunch. Hang on. What was it you wanted to tell me?
I wanted to say that I...
Hey, Yumi. It's really great to see you again. Did you have a good vacation?
Be gone, thoughts.
It's him.
Scenes in which William looks like a serial killer.
If he breathes, he's a simp.
I'm sorry, Odd.
All
Mrs.
men
Delmas is not
are
sending his
kings.
students this morning.
I'm not here as a student. I'm here as a friend.
Friend?
Yes, I mean as a friend of Sissy's. There's something really serious going on, and I've got to speak to the principal. Man to man.
I'll see what I can do. Sorry, sir. Odd Della Robbia insists on seeing you.
Yes!
Busted.
Jim wants to start up a basketball team this year. Seems he played pro ball. But he would rather not talk about it.
I like that it's like it's already been a running gag.
Hiroki, what do you want?
Just
Yep.
wanted to say
Oh,
honey.
hey, Flower, look, it's you.
Introduce
Flower,
me?
it's you.
There he is.
No.
Yup.
Cool it, sis. I was gonna introduce my new pal, Johnny.
Oh, they didn't become friends until now.
High now doesn't mean you have to
Yeah.
follow me around, okay, bro?
I'll rat on you when
Oh,
you
he
come home
just
late.
came to cat it.
Hiroki wasn't
I'll rat on you when you come home
Your
late.
sister's
What do
really gorgeous.
It's been a while.
So, it seems my Elizabeth has a problem.
I swear,
sir,
Dylan,
she
after
found
this
out that
whole
we weren't in
review
the
of
same
session's
class
gonna
this
turn off
year.
his own supercomputer.
She just flipped.
I see. I suppose I'll have to try reasoning with her. There's not much else I can do about it.
I'm sorry to contradict you, sir, but you see, all you have to do is put us in the same class, and presto, problem solved.
Johnny is a
Impossible.
weeb,
It's far
though.
too complicated to change the composition
Congrats,
of
you
classes.
play a weeb.
And in addition, Mr. Morales was quite clear when he requested that Stern, Belpois, and you should be separated.
Jim? But why?
I have no idea. Why not ask him?
Blackmail time. We will receive the single greatest bit of video.
Well, wait, what's Xana doing in Canada?
Cartoon history.
I'm off to the factory. Gotta find
Clearly,
out.
he's enjoying that.
He was interested
Canadian-
in the maple syrup.
Okay, what I wanted to say was that, well,
Yes.
during all last year, I see.
Stop interrupting them!
Just got here and you're leaving? Yes.
God.
Jim, can I come in?
That was pretty good, though. But
It's music.
As usual,
All
he's
right.
never there when you need him.
And
Jimbo could have been there if you needed him, if you kept him.
Okay, nobody bother us here. Go on, I'm listening.
Yes.
I think
Ultimate
we've
solution.
both been running around
Blackmail.
in circles.
We have?
One day we're together, the next day we're not. One day
Oh,
you're
gee,
jealous, the next day
it's-
I am, and that's why I think we've
God.
got to clear up our relationship. We can be friends.
Guys,
Oh,
That sting! Oh, the
What's wrong, Jerry?
This
We've got
show
company.
sucks
Xana has
so
sent a
hard with
ton
their
of monsters to
relationship,
second
and it
floor.
Yeah.
it irks me so.
Well, that could be it. Then what is he
It
planning
irks
to
me
do there with all of
so.
his troops? I'll head for the scanner room.
guys, I've got something.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
sorry
warn the
for
others.
this, but blackmail's
What's that supposed to mean, friends, that's all?
Isn't it clear?
Ugh. Yeah, okay, friends and that's all. Fantastic. That's just great.
Well, guess
Jerry.
William's time.
Oh, okay, fantastic. That's just
It's
great.
time for
I don't
some
know, I'm
William
thrown
action.
away.
Oh, fantastic! That's just great.
Morales, Disco.
Got that stuck in his head.
Enter. Bingo!
not gonna lie, Jim is actually good as a disco.
I like that he
Not
still
gonna lie.
has the bandage. Like,
Paco, the king of disco. I see why
It's
you'd rather not
stick
talk
choice.
about it, Mr. Morales. Our gym teacher really burns up the dance floor, and we're gonna burn it on a little CD. Yeah? Be right there.
can we
Oh, Jim,
appreciate?
just the man I wanted to see.
Oh, really? What about, huh?
About disco.
No kidding. Oh, I love disco. I was even pretty good at it back in the old days.
I can see that. Groovy. I guess you know all about the film. Paco, the king of disco.
Ooh.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Oh, no? It's a fantastic film. I was going to submit it to Gustave Chardin for his film club.
I'm not sure that dud is worth showing at a film club.
Oh, so then you have seen it, Jim.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'd rather not talk about it.
As much as blackmail is terrible, it's blackmailing Jim
club
is
because
just
I'm
comedy
pretty
gold.
lonesome now that all my friends are in a
Yeah.
different class. If you get what I'm driving at.
That expression, though.
Bug eyes! Bug eyes! Did you see the bug eyes?
Did.
Did you see that his eyes just became circular?
That camera wash is stupid.
Yep.
You know how many layers they just went
Hey, you
down?
guys.
That's like
What's the matter, huh? Is there a problem?
there was
No
at least
problem
like
at all.
10 different light
That's
bars there, and that's not how
That's
deep
right.
it is to get
Head
to
for
the
scanner.
lab.
Aelita's there already.
I like how Yumi's so resentful of Ulrich. when
Once
it's really
again,
just
I
Ulrich
bring up
should
the
be
evolution
resentful.
version of this scene.
About time. Everyone else is waiting for you. Transfer on. Scanner on. Virtualization.
He had the disc on him when he was scanned in.
Yeah.
So that means that disc is. I mean, it's the physical disc itself that gets scanned in, not the data on it. But
What took you so
Their
long?
phones do
I
the
think
same.
I found a way to get back into your class.
You did? How?
It's easy. I decided to blackmail Jim.
Blackmail Jim? With what?
Ouch.
I know a secret he'd rather not talk about, and that he doesn't want anyone else to talk about either.
You know what? I think blackmail's really lame.
Whoa! Since when did you get so high and mighty? The
Consistent plot
unjustified
point.
means,
Ulrich
doesn't
was
it?
blackmailed in season 1.
No.
Yep.
True.
oh yeah,
Okay.
And
nice
isn't that
music
why
boy.
he's the one who
I bet
speaks
you'd
up
be
about
happy
it?
without me in class.
Yeah.
Thank God just misses the point.
Hence the consistency.
Okay. We're at the edge of the sector.
Great. Now get into position.
I don't,
and all into the
you know
code
what? Why didn't they ever bring the vehicles with them?
I guess you cannot.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too crammed inside.
Well, 4 people can fit inside of that thing.
Holosphere
Well, to be fair, they
online.
expected to get more of evolution.
Hollow
but...
sphere system
Yeah.
online.
Hollow. What?
It's hollow map.
It's
Well, at
technically a
least in the
sphere.
case of Sector 5.
Sector
Yeah.
5 is a sphere.
So, where are all these monsters? Oh, what do you know? They're all in a room just below your feet. I've never seen that one before. We haven't been there yet. But what are they doing in there? How am I supposed to know? You're the one.
Yeah, you're right. Jeremy's voice
Listen, instead of talking,
changes.
head for that room, guys.
Yeah.
Can we get in through here?
Like
No.
jarring.
Access is through the celestial dome. Hurry up.
I'm curious how they came to the conclusion of calling it a celestial dome instead of like in Atrium or something.
Don't
Well,
forget to
yeah.
deactivate
Or
the countdown,
the, like,
or you'll be back home a lot sooner than you think. You've only got a few minutes to find the key.
Ulrich, super sprint.
Key in sight.
Oh, this is the one where
Odd dies.
Ulrich just super sprints to it.
I thought I had my A game going.
Yep.
I'll go and get it.
This makes no sense.
4,
Right.
3, 2, 1, 0. Nice one, Aelita.
Oh, hey, let's just make Aelita even more independent
I
now.
think you all better get here ASAP.
oh, that's right. They
2 weeks
don't
can-
know yet.
Death,
We might know,
death
but
in 2 weeks can change a person.
Just saying, hey, I'm here.
Your hand.
Oh.
Looks like you got your Z game going today.
Lay off, will you? Did you talk to her?
Lay off, will you?
Oh.
Oh.
Play off.
Jeremy, we're at the elevator. That's good. There are more and more monsters in that mysterious room. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I like how it's mysterious. Like he hasn't just figured out it's an important room.
We're Jeremy. Where do we go now to crack some monsters' heads? Head for the south pole of the dome.
I'm
That's where
curious
you
why
can
there
get
isn't
into
just
the
a
chamber.
walkway there.
Vehicles, Jeremy.
Coming up.
Like,
Hey, maybe that's the place where Xana has his annual Monsters Ball. Because up to now, we haven't seen any.
Right. But look over there.
Cacao.
boomerang blade.
Hell yeah.
There's the A-game.
Great idea. Draw your only weapon.
Real man, that was me who got him.
It was?
This is no time to compete with each other.
Only time
Move
you
out.
ever see that.
What, the
shade
boomerang
is
blade?
Did you guys see the stadium?
We've seen it a few
there?
times.
No, we've seen it already before. He's used it to defeat the Skipazoa like twice.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
you notice that the shade is there?
No.
Not that time. Usually it's probably because they reused a scene from a scene with a different lighting. Like that happens a lot, especially in Sector 5.
So that, I guess that was a new scene made specifically for this.
No, what's it? It's a lot of it is new, but like sometimes they'll reuse scenes. Sometimes they'll reuse earlier scenes from like different sections of Sector 5. So because of that, the lighting will sometimes change.
You're there.
That's what.
Can you see the access?
Let's not talk about the Season 4 Yumi versus William fight animation reset.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fight.
Hey, what are
The
you
same.
guys doing?
The same fight
Yumi and Aelita
twice.
are already in the passage. Yeah, we know that. If Mom didn't have his XYZ game going, we'd be there by now.
If this monster would just stop flying for a few seconds. Ow!
Okay, I get the picture. I'll give you some more laser arrows.
That was weird.
All right, Ugly. Now we're gonna see what you're made of.
Yeah, his claws really aren't that effective against him.
Yeah, but
As like a
still a weapon.
Yeah.
Because he's digging right into the weak spot, and they're not exploding.
Maybe he is only damaging him partially.
That was cool.
Hold on, but it starts to blow up before it's crushed.
It's because you kept it inside them.
It got crushed into the thing.
Terrible.
Yeah, I know where it got crushed, but I'm saying, like, the animation, it got crushed before.
It's door.
A little impatient.
Terrible netcode, that's the problem.
Yeah,
It's basically
point
being a
netcode.
forward launch.
The mantle was lagging.
As more often. Just like, oh man, the netcode's pretty off.
Jeremy, I think we're here.
Can you see the monsters? What are they doing?
Can we appreciate that Fred's only thought to give Lyoko's heart 2 layers of shielding?
Those things are still pretty strong.
I don't think France.
They have
expected-
1,000. I
Let
believe
alone
they have
trying to just
1,000 life
Firing
points
at some
each.
sort of blue ball. If Xana wants it destroyed,
Decent amount of
it's gotta
HP.
be important.
Okay, then it's down with the creepers.
Right, go on. I'm gonna try to find out more about
Aw,
that.
man. Oh, there's an echo.
I didn't notice an echo.
I'll handle those two. You head for the spear.
I like that they creatively start like riding mantles.
Man.
So much for
Delay,
dealing
lag
with
again.
Yumi!
Odd just got hit though.
Concentrate on our monster friends. Hey, this is
Did anyone notice that the creeper turned his head into it?
Yes.
And then Odd shot.
Yeah.
Super sprint!
Oh, it's time to be a Chad. Woo! That was cool.
I don't believe it. Ulrich, listen. Whatever you do, you've got to stop the creepers from destroying the sphere. Why? Because that is the heart of Lyoko. The direct access to all of the core programs of the virtual world. If the monsters destroy it,
Doors
it's
backwards.
game over for good for Lyoko.
Shot!
Hurry up. The sphere has
Also,
only
I like
two
how
protective layers,
no one
and
questions
the
the
first
fact
one
that,
just blew.
except, well, Jeremy knew this, but no one questions the fact that Aelita's going on a exclusively combat mission. It's like, why is she coming? Can't she, like, die?
They
Yeah, no
never
one
know
questioned
when.
This is a new
They don't know
room.
what- Ow.
This could have like an access panel only she could access. You don't know.
Rip Queasy.
It's your turn now.
Her
Yeah,
turn for what?
lazy.
She can't do anything.
Watch.
Hey, guys, watch this.
Aelita dies.
Huh? But how could Aelita have done that?
Aelita developed some new powers during the vacation. She's perfectly capable of fighting like you can.
Jeremy,
And yet,
Yep. And yet he's still scared.
Oh no! She's been devirtualized!
Are you saying that?
That's right! I can't believe it! What's going on? Come on, hurry up!
did you?
Hey, you realize that you almost gave me a heart attack?
Would someone tell me what happened?
Well, it seems that even if Aelita loses all of her life points, she won't disappear forever.
Thanks, Odd, for the exposition.
Of course!
Really? It's not
I was
like we
too dumb
fixed
to
that
think of it
problem at the end of the
before.
last season.
Ever since you recovered your human memory, you're exactly the same as us. We don't need Code Earth anymore to bring you in. That'll really help now that Xana is determined to destroy Lyoko to keep us from finding him on the net.
That's great, Aelita. You're a full-fledged Lyoko warrior from now on.
She wasn't before.
Kind of implies Jeremy isn't
No.
really full
Friends?
fledged either.
That's all?
Yep.
Oh, and what did you say?
I said,
Hey,
okay,
really
She
can
was
tell
for 30 seconds.
Okay, fantastic.
who holds your
What's the
life
matter
at the
with you
whim of
guys?
his computer string.
I'll never understand you two.
Even Jeremy,
going?
sorry, even Odd is annoyed
Jim.
with how badly
Yeah?
written they
Be
are.
careful, good buddy. A bad deed can backfire on you.
Huh? Hey, I got news for you. If you came here to blackmail me, you'd better think again. Anyone who thinks he can pull the wool over my eyes is gonna be in for a surprise, you hear?
Here. Blackmail is
Exactly,
really my
he
thing.
still has government
We're sorry,
connections.
Yep.
Exactly. Just
Odd?
get shot.
Do you mean
while
you did
he's
it just to be with your pals?
Well, boarding school is tough enough, but without your friends.
Let me see what I can do to help.
Really?
Jim is.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Jim's
You're a real
such a
pal.
nice guy.
Well, after all, I
Aw,
was
he
young
is.
once too.
No kidding. I wonder what you were like.
I had
Yeah.
blonde curly hair and I would rather not
Blonde
talk about
curly
it. Now get
hair.
out of here.
Blonde curly hair.
Insert Facebook emoji.
Okay, that was CGI.
That was yeah. That was,
Yeah, that was CGI.
Yeah.
Somebody was lazy.
You could have done a jump cut with a different background plate. It would have had the same effect.
Yep. Well, guys, we are here for another adventure, another season of Code Lyoko.
Season 3 has begun.
It's core time. It's core time.
More time.
This entire season is literally Xana just trying to blow up Leo.
And then eventually
Yeah.
succeeding
And-
because William is a cocky bastard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Really?
only that, but he's going
Crap.
to. he's going to use that to go for
William
him.
getting possessed by Xana is really lame. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like they could have written it
Like
better.
really, he should have like.
They could have done.
Tried to
Yeah.
write
Yeah, like I would
Still-
have preferred it.
Well, no, he was being cocky.
Even so.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. We have the perfect response. Right?
Yep.
Play it all.
Lyoko is a perfect show and does not contain any faults. What do you like? Do you like seeing Og get pissed by this?
Eilena's face.
Wait, Code Lyoko actually has faults? I thought that was just a joke.
What is that face?
I don't even. What the crap is that?
I need to work on
Wait.
my meme.
What the hell is that?
I personally hope we just include a few animation errors for
Wait,
Easter
which
eggs.
shot
just
in the scanner room? Like at the
What
end here?
shot? Darth Xana, what shot?
This shot?
Oh.
Is this shot? Is this the one, Dark Xana? Like this scene, I mean. No?
No. It doesn't look. It doesn't look that.
This is on the right way.
Yeah.
Pom-poms are in the front, you can see them here. They are overalls.
Look for the clips on her jumper.
Whoops.
Overall.
Hmm?
Jumper. Whatever.
I see what he means.
Oh, I see.
We don't
He
see
magically
yet.
disappeared.
No, I see what he means.
Ah.
So
Ah.
here. It's not really backwards. It's I mean I have seen I've seen things where they do clips on both sides of it. Though I know it's not consistent to her design, so I see what
I'm
you
gonna
mean.
head off. I need to use the bathroom and I need to get some food.
Adios. This
All right.
entire
We'll
alright,
see ya.
let's see. This episode from here to basically the end of it is just Lyoko. That's like that's a whole like 12 minutes of just Lyoko straight.
Hey man, it's quality. The show is finally living up to its name.
Doors backwards. Man, 3 seasons, they still can't get the door fucking right.
I think it's more so. Actually, yeah, they could literally just draw the shutter, and they'd be perfectly fine. But no, they gotta reuse the same plate that they use for the door and just stick it on there because it would be too much work to make a shutter. Apparently.
Alright, see you next week, Dark Xana. Same bat
Bye.
time, same bat channel.
Oh, I just had a thought.
Oh,
I
wait,
hope we purposefully.
it's episode 54 that has Paco the King of Disco at the end of it. Right?
I don't remember.
Yeah? Be right there.
700 megabyte disc, man. When,
You and I-
when video was so small, it could fit on a CD-ROM.
Ho ho ho.
When a video is about like 5 pixels per frame.
When a video game is 200 megabytes instead of 200 gigabytes.
We're looking at you, Call of Duty.
Oh yeah. PS5, 825 gigabyte SSD. Call of Duty, I'll take your entire stock.
You're just like, I'm just gonna destroy
this hard drive. I've only got 200 gigs left because of Call of.
I literally have 47 gigs left on my entire 500 disk drive.
Jesus. I mean, I've
I
used
just
up
bought
almost
2
all 30
terabytes in
terabytes.
SSDs. I have no storage problems whatsoever.
We're flexible, okay.
I mean, you bought a 2 terabyte SSD? God dang.
No, I bought 2 1 terabyte SSDs.
Oh, I was gonna say, 2 terabyte SSD.
Next month I'm buying a 2 terabyte SSD just to flex on you.
Alright.
If I had money, I'd be buying a 3 terabyte SSD because I cannot stand this hard drive.
Can we appreciate
7700
Odd is
That's too
so
small.
notorious at the school that a girl who he doesn't even know is like, yeah, I'll go out with you. But once she knows his name, no, I already have a boyfriend.
He has a reputation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm already
The only
seeing
the only
someone.
girls he's gonna get at that point are the new girls. I'm sure they're
And
gonna
this is
get
the end
in
of
with.
the fucking year. There are no new girls.
Yeah.
Dance?
I'm terrified to be like, who hasn't heard of Odd in which grade?
Gotta hand it to him. Odd knows how to pick out the cute ones, though.
Okay. Someone's displaying simping action.
No, I just like cute things.
Dylan? A simp? What? No.
Did somebody say
Never.
simp?
Oh, hey. Episode 260 seconds.
Oh, Wazy, I have a bit of a request.
I'm reading France Hopper's diary.
Oh.
Can we purposefully
Wait, hold up.
include...
Hold up. Is this something you think you should say on stream? If yes, continue. If not, then afterward. Okay, go ahead.
Can we purposefully include animation errors as like little Easter eggs for people watching?
No, I will not.
Damn.
I will
will
not
never let that.
those get
Yeah.
past me. If you have,
That's
if you
not
have
my
been
job.
here for any remote part of this rewatch, you will understand my. Hold on,
I will purposefully make some beautiful animation and
You
stick
just-
in a
you just
Easter
need
egg
to-
just to piss off Dylan.
Make a very deliberate like Jeremy typing animation, but one frame has like he has 6 fingers and one hand.
Yeah.
It's just one frame.
Yes,
The only way you're
that's
gonna
it.
find it is if you like go frame by
Yes,
frame, but
Jenny,
it's there.
I know, Jenny. I was. If you would look in the rewatch note.
Or you have like you have your generic typing animation, then you have one that's actually really accurate to how you would normally type on a computer. For like just one scene, just normal computer typing, then it goes back to generic TV show computer typing. Just some really small detail that makes you go, wait, what?
All right, let's see. Timeout, Nick. 2 weeks. That feels about right.
Wait, what?
Jenny, I put the timestamp in the rewatch notes.
Yes. You're
You
gonna
didn't
flip
need
the
to
door.
screenshot it.
It's okay. I too advocate for the flipping of the doors.
I mean, if I flip the door, it's going to be consistently flipped through all the scenes, in such a state
Are you
that.
sure about that?
Hey guys, Aelita's on suicide watch.
Again?
Yeah. It's a good scene, but it's really dark.
It's really dark. I like how her reaction to, oh, turns out I'm a real girl is time to kill myself.
I think she's probably thinking it's a sacrifice because she's like fighting Xana. Just it isn't worth it for me.
I mean, to be fair, she's had that mentality since the beginning. Like, yeah, don't risk the lives of everyone on this planet over me.
But she went along with it up until now, and she's just like, Xana can't get the because then she realized what she's risking. If she loses her memory, Xana could be free and she'll be dead. It would be all for nothing.
I'm still amazed that they didn't realize it was a trap. Like, come on. Is it really gonna be that easy? Do you really think it was going to be that easy to get that piece of her back?
In the language of, I forget which video game and/or television show character said this. Just, did you really think it was going to be that easy? Well, yeah, kind of.
I mean, it looks pretty much the same from the other side, Jenny. Oh, just period. Why did they? I don't know. Maybe her hair was too puffy. This scene though is great.
Oh, where she's just dead, Lyoko.
Then like the warriors are on the computer, just like
The sound design in it is amazing.
I also like how they
music,
didn't
the
really.
atmosphere.
They didn't really learn anything from this too. Like they didn't have a moment of like, maybe we aren't cut out for this. Like they never had. There was no repercussion from this aside from the fact.
Well, no,
oh, yeah,
you need to understand that once Xana escaped, there was no realizing they made it. There was no, we fucked up. Let's just turn the computer off. Once Xana escaped, it's over. Andy, you're echoing.
Yeah, sorry, hold on, I'm modifying my settings.
Let me know when he fixes that, guys.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean like turn off the supercomputer, but you know, like they have doubt.
Actually, I came across a Reddit post just kind of ranting about the show, and one of the things they stated is that after season 2, when Xana escapes, what they stated is the show should have gone a totally new direction, but instead the writers chickened out. It still goes back to the episodic,
What about
Xana attacks, deactivate the towers.
Do you like you?
True.
I don't think it was bad. I like 3 and 4.
I think a good example I have for this is if you've
Honestly-
ever watched Steins Gate, there's that one scene where that just changes the entire tone of the series. That's what I was kind of like expecting, like we've really stepped into something that we don't understand.
I think I agree with you in a sense, Flower, or at least I agree with what that poster brought. The ending of this episode is really set up in a way to be like, we're gonna make serialized continuity plot points that don't function on an episode basis.
That would have been amazing to see.
And then
They don't. I don't mind. See, I don't know. The first time I saw that post, I was thinking, well, what are you going to do? Like, Xana makes an apocalypse and it becomes like they have to survive the apocalypse. But now I get what you're saying. Now I get it a lot more. Because part of what I really like about the show is how, how the warriors have to deal with their real lives and their virtual lives and how that conflicts. And I'm like, if you go like so far out to the point where like society collapses because Xana took over the world, I mean,
I think that's drawing it to the extreme plot continuity. Like, Xana escaped, so now he's going to take over the world, and it's going to be a near apocalypse, and the warriors are going to be the line of defense against Xana. But no, I think the thing is they could have really by serializing the show, they could have really delved into the intricacies of this dual life responsibility.
Oh yeah,
because like I said, one of the reasons
and
the writing, the writers wrote Ulrich and Yumi's relationship so poorly is because it had to be episodic. They had to conclude these relationship issues every episode. So they were always they'd always jump to an extreme, but then they were like, well, now we have to reset that. So they were always back to the opposite extreme by the beginning of the next episode, and it just didn't really, like, I said it in staff chat earlier. Their issues can't be explained away by being hormonal teenagers with complex family issues, depression, and/or anxiety, because they're just such sharp changes that you shouldn't really be having them happen off screen. Andy has fixed this thing? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think the issue is back in season 1, the ladies of the company who were funding the show were like, you can't do a serialized shows; those don't make money. So it got baked into the series that you need to have this episodic formula, and then no writer could escape from it.
I think
when they had more freedom and money.
Certainly, the modern landscape for animated storytelling has very much become people still there are definitely serialized shows.
Definitely.
And there are definitely episodic shows, but like I feel like everything's been starting to lean more towards serialized episodic style stories instead of episodic serialized stories. Which Code Lyoko is an episodic serialized story where there's the underlying plot, but it's substantial compared to the episodes, whereas a serialized episodic thing, the episodes are substantial to the main plot. Woo! Word mumbo
What
jumbo.
it's worth.
Yeah,
Code
no,
Lyoko,
I followed.
For what it's worth, Code Lyoko at least did this as well as it could, and I think it does it better than most shows. Most animated shows that have this format.
Hold on, we gotta BRB. I'm sorry.
The problem is
No
Code
problem.
Lyoko is stuck in the limbo state between episodic and serialized. It's like it's not.
I agree with that.
Because you have truly episodic type shows. You have Looney Tunes and everything.
No, I'm saying
But
there are more shows that are also between episodic and
they do a terrible job of
serialized,
it.
is what
Yeah.
I'm getting at.
Not every
but
show
Code
can be
Lyoko does
Adventure
it
Time.
better than most. Yeah.
But a lot more of them are probably equal to Code Lyoko.
True.
We are. I like how chat has been taken over by literally Jenny and Cam.
Yeah.
Also, why'd Andy leave? I unmuted him.
It could be worse though. We could be miraculous.
Jenny,
so
we can
that's
fight
already
when
a
we get
plus.
in Mcdizzles
Miraculous also kind of has the.
next weekend.
I actually like Miraculous. I can see why people.
No.
I actually almost consider Miraculous to be like the spiritual successor to Code Lyoko in some ways.
Oh, I do as well. But yeah.
But I don't know. What did I miss while I just had to disappear for a hot second? 'Cause, I mean, hated to leave,
really.
but
Yeah.
okay.
I think
I don't know
think this
though. When we look at
flashback
things
is
like
perfectly put together.
Oh, it's really well done.
The non-traumatic parts are in this sort of paced visual novel type style, and then the traumatic parts are much more vivid and remembered.
I know.
So they're in 24
Mr.
frames
Puck
per
is?
second animated style.
Come quickly.
No, there was a deleted scene I stumbled across. I think it's like during like one of the I don't think it's this episode, but in one of the flashbacks she has of her mom disappearing, there was supposed to be a scene that showed like Franz like knocking out some of the men in black and then dragging Alita away or something. It was to show that he did have a role to play when Anthea disappeared, but we don't get to see it for whatever reason.
May I have a comment?
To a world
In
where we will be
episode
safe.
2, I remember reading somewhere, I don't remember where.
See you in a minute, honey.
Apparently, in the original plot, during that episode 52 moment where the men were chasing them, apparently, originally it was supposed to be showing them shooting at them, and Alita
going
got
on,
shot
Jeremy?
in the shoulder.
It's
And the only way France to save her was to trap her in Lyoko. And that's why she was there forever.
Oh, that I did not know.
What?
So Alita apparently got shot in an earlier version. Alita got shot by the men in black,
Oh.
and the only way to save her was to put her on Lyoko.
Wow.
I've
this
heard of
show
the
was
getting
like-
shot bit, but where? No.
In the shoulder.
This show wanted to be dark.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I've heard about the getting shot bit, but where did you get the
I don't remember. That was years ago.
information that he needed to put Aelita in Lyoko in order to stop it? That's the part I'm wondering. Where did you get that part? Because I've heard about the shot bit.
I do know. I have it in the back of my head for like years. I only just remembered
this
it.
show
I don't know where I read it.
This show really wanted to be dark, didn't it?
Fair enough.
Hey,
There's a lot of
Cartoon Network. We have a kids show for you. Oh, sure. Pitch it to well, actually, technically it'd be, hey, Annie Films. We have a kids show for you. Oh yeah, she gets shot. Like, and the only way to save her is to put her in the virtual world, and that's like the end of our second season, in a sense.
Oh my! I read somewhere that the intended target audience for Code Lyoko was 6-year-old little boys, and the reason why the virtual world's like CGI is so little kids could understand the difference between the real world and the virtual world.
I'm gonna be
just
honest.
like, what?
It's a really interesting way to address and I as much as like, yeah, the only reason they did it is so people could understand the difference. I think it was a great stylistic choice.
Oh, I love it.
It very much does contrast the differences.
Definitely.
They pulled it off.
Although
It
in
made
the
it
original.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna
I'll
say
cover this,
the median shift made the show stand out a bit about among other shows because most shows didn't try to do.
Oh yeah,
Probably
definitely.
why it's a cult classic.
Although, true. But no, one thing I will say is, at least in the original vision for Garage Kids, it was initially planned that Lyoko and Xanadu and the real world would look the same, so that it would be like the two worlds are like they're
mirrors of each other.
Like they're, yeah, exactly. But that was eventually something that was,
Tech demo
removed in the transition. Yeah.
I still think, like, up till with regards to visuals, The Key is probably the best episode so far. Choreography is definitely 51 Revelation, because that Ulrich versus Xana Ulrich fight is just that good. With regards to camera placement, the choreography, how the pacing, the jokes, so good. Jenny says take it with a grain of salt because she can't find any reliable sources on it. I mean,
I imagine this information was probably originally in French, which might make source finding tricky.
Wait, no, there was an interview with one of the creators, wasn't there? The one who stayed on the show, and not the one who...
Tanya Palumbo. She's the one that stayed.
Yeah,
Thomas Romaine left.
He went on to work on...
on Star Racers.
But with the interview with Tanya, didn't they talk about how their original vision was to have it much darker? And I think, I don't have any direct memory of this, but I get the vibe that they were talking about how they wanted to do this scene in season 2, but it was too dark for the production company, so it didn't make it past scripting.
Yeah.
See, I think CL might have benefited if it was geared towards an older audience of like teenagers or something.
I mean,
true.
They might have been able to secure a better budget on it with better producer funding.
But instead, it was set up to be for a younger audience.
I think one of the reasons it probably struggled so much with funding is because there was just so many kids shows, kids cartoons in that era that basically anyone who wanted to fund one was already giving money to some other show. So they might have been able to do better by getting, because they would have been able to secure funding from people who want to fund older targeted shows, such as...
Wasn't it also because around that time the animated, air quotes, teen drama wasn't really a thing? Like, animated shows geared towards older audiences. Like everyone
Yeah.
thought cartoons were kids, and then live action was for grown-ups. And this is like one of the few that just didn't end up getting the dream. Like Teen Titans,
I think
actually.
Yeah, I think very much we were still the 2000 to 2010 was really the era that changed animation as a medium.
Yeah.
With and it started slow rolling in the 90s with all these big animation studios starting to pop up, Pixar and all of them, all these companies that started to kind of pop up, and everyone's like,
Wait,
animation.
Pixar's been around since the 90s.
I pointed that out. Yeah, since the 90s. It started slow rolling in the 90s, Flower.
Oh, I thought you said the 2010s.
Like,
I'm like, what?
Pixar, all these big animation studios starting to pop up. And while they were 3D, there was some 2D ones starting to pop up as well. And some of the old veterans from the 80s and 70s were starting to build up strength. And, more people were starting to get into the medium. And we started getting stuff like Titan AE, which I don't think that was early 2000s, though. I think that was 90s. When was Titan AE?
I honestly wonder if CL was just ahead of its time, and if it would have done better if
Titan
it was
AE
made
was
in,
2000. So yeah, we were starting to get stuff like Titan AE, where these like more adult type animated movies were starting to come out, and the medium just kind of started to roll. Anime started to get popular in the US, which I think also really helped, because anime was always had such a wide reach of content in and of itself in Japan. So as it started to kind of pour into the US via the internet, animation as a medium started to be taken seriously as something that could handle these dark and adult themes. So by 2010, we had Adventure Time doing dark episodes that, or actually, I think by the 2010s, we had series where they were even if they were lighthearted, would still have really dark and gritty episode topics.
Definitely think CL was ahead of its time, in the sense that if it had come out maybe 5 or even 7 years later, it would have had a chance to be more
If Code
mature.
Lyoko was of the Adventure Time era, Adventure Time came out in 2010, it would have been, very much likely would have been an animated show geared towards teenagers.
It would have definitely had what it was trying to go for, because this is the case of it was being forced to be a kids show. It was being forced to be more kids.
That's a valid point, Jenny.
All
I
right.
just I'm
Now-
comparing to US
So,
animation because
Jenny,
I don't
I would
know
like to,
French
I would
animation.
like to point out that generally when it comes to media trends, America is very much in sync with the rest of Europe. There's yes, had a much more sophisticated, but like the targeting and maturity of audiences that animation would target was very much still dictated by America, as it was still the largest media market at the time. So while Japan was very niche and their anime market was very much centered on themselves and what they wanted as a group, much of European and American animation was focused on what would work in an American audience because of the sheer size and capacity to earn income from it. I'm not saying France didn't make shows for themselves. I'm just saying to insinuate Code Lyoko was not based off of the central focuses of the American animation and media market would be a little foolhardy at best. But where was I? Oh yeah, the 2000s was the era where animation became a very serious medium. I don't know.
I'm always curious about
can't-
French animation.
While you might themes and genres, you still, if you were pitching a show in France, the question would come up: how do you think this would appeal to American audiences? That's my point. Yes, they might say it's not very focused on them, and that might affect the budgeting for a production. Like, if you think it's going to do really well in France, well, then it doesn't matter. But if... Oh, it certainly wasn't. But to say that they didn't account for American audiences when producing it is laughable.
I mean, English dub is
the English dub isn't that bad at times. It can get pretty bad sometimes.
Code Lyoko had more of, at least to talk about the other side of it, Code Lyoko had more of a worldwide appeal than it did to that of America, because like when you hear about places that Code Lyoko was most popular, you hear about France itself, Spain, I know there's a large Indonesian Code Lyoko community, and yes, America's up there, but at least in terms of who was buying the merch, who was doing a lot of the things.
Popularity, America's not very high up there, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
In Serbia, we still talk about it, actually, believe it or not.
Exactly.
Well, most of my friends, they do mention it from time to time. But yeah, we do talk about it.
Yeah, you only had heavyweight studios in the 80s, like who made Looney Tunes?
Yeah, literally the only person in
You
that
only
I
had like Disney and whatnot.
The only people I know of outside of this group that like talks about it, the show, is me. So yeah, it's not that popular in America.
So basically, in the 80s, you only had the heavyweight studios like Warner Bros. And some of Disney. I won't say all of Disney. Some of Disney. No, they made a show, and that's pretty much. Yeah, no, we know what you're talking about, Cam. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of shows just are made to try and you make a show to reach as many people as you want. Was sort of the thing in the late 90s, early 2000s. But by the late 2000s and the early 2010s, a lot of shows were more about making a story for people to enjoy rather than making a show for people to enjoy.
See, I always got the impression CL was like the people behind Code Lyoko wanted to tell a story first, and then people just happened to find the story so fascinating, and that's what's led to its popularity, its international appeal. I mean, there are people on there who are there to make money.
The writers wanted to tell a story. The producers wanted to sell a show.
I mean, that's just how the business be.
It is how the business be.
You just need a balance.
Code Lyoko did not have that balance.
It got bullied by from what I understand, I think the producers really did hurt the show. Cut back on what it can and cannot do, what it could do, told it what it can't do.
A great producer will always know when he needs to let people create.
Yeah, I think the producers were very much on the careful side of things.
The producers were not were on the very conservative side of let's make as much money as possible with as little effort. They were not on the side of let them create as long as it doesn't take forever.
Moonscoop as a company, they made more shows than just Code Lyoko. But if you ask,
was much better than Anti-Films, but Lyoko was bogged down by how Anti-Films handled the first season.
Well, Anti-Films and Moonscoop are the same company. But anyway, what I was going to say is Moonscoop made a lot of other shows, and no one ever talks about them. No one ever talks about Bobby's World or Hero 108. And part of that might just be because those didn't get the same international treatment CL did, but there's a lot of the shows got bought out by Splash Entertainment. I actually thought CL got bought out by Splash Entertainment as well for a longest time.
No.
CL didn't, but a lot of the other Moonscoop property did. And you know, when Moonscoop was in the red, what do they turn to try and get back out? They're the show that put them on the map. It didn't work out for them, but it says a lot about how this is the show that they were going for.
Honestly, it raises the question, though. Would they have just been better off liquidating assets to a new company that would have been able to fund the production better?
I'm just pulling up
There's
Moonscoop.
no way it's that loud, Jenny, relative to people speaking.
So I literally just pulled up
already, anyways.
the Wikipedia from Moonscoop. It said the most well-known show is called Lyoko, but if you look at their list, there is a lot more. There's Evo 3, Wild Grinders, and just The Legend of White Fang, Geronimo Stilton.
Am I really? Hold on. I'll just add a gain filter.
Bunny Maloney. I'm kind of just jumping through
Is that
the
better,
list.
Jenny? I think Flower's loud. I think that's one of the things. I have her turned up on Discord.
Fun fact, I just typed in Evil 2 E1 and getting Resident Evil 3 recommendations.
Well, Code Lyoko has a lot of very relatable character types.
Oh, it does, definitely.
It does.
There's
Yumi,
everyone has their different favorite character.
So Yumi is the character with difficult family situations, and the probably realistically would have gotten divorced at some point, but just haven't yet. Parents.
Well, let's not just talk about what she's dealing with. Let's talk about what she is as a character. She's probably the most grounded character. She's the voice of reason. She keeps everyone together, emotionally speaking. Jeremy keeps everyone together logically, but she's there.
Ulrich, well, yeah, but I'm just, then Ulrich has the overbearing parents aspect, where his parents care too much and are too tough about that. And then Jeremy and Odd have sort of the more carefree parents, where I don't really think I need to explain it. Where they care enough, but they're not gonna kind of dictate over the life of their kids.
I mean, what is it with you and like really focusing on the parent-child relationship here? Sorry. I'll let you finish.
Kids relate very heavily to parent-child relationships. It's sociology. Don't. And then Aelita has the neglectful parent archetype. Then we have the Brainiac, the Brawn, the weird kid, the female Brainiac, and then whatever Yumi, what would Yumi be? She's like, I guess she's like the female Brawn in a sense.
Yeah. She's cool in her own right. She just tends to get overshadowed by the others.
Oh, Yumi's like the second best
Older
character,
sister.
In my opinion. Yumi's probably the second most well-written character, aside from her relationship with Ulrich. Aelita being probably the first most well-written character. Sucks to suck, Jeremy, but you're tied with Ulrich. Jeremy's not a very deep character when it comes to his his development and everything. He's kind of him and Ulrich sort of stay in the same state throughout the entire series. And they kind of grow at the same pace, in my opinion.
I'd argue.
You'd
I'd
argue
argue. At least with Ulrich, at least you really only see it in like the prequel. He used to be a lot meaner. In the prequel, he was a straight up jerk. He had a heart of gold. He was like the hero, but you really had to.
Well,
he
when
gets
you're
nicer.
sick and tired of carrying their asses all the time because you're the best, because you're the ultimate Chad, you kind of get a little salty, don't you?
But it was in the prequel. This was before all the Lyoko nonsense. He was kind of a jerk, like how he doesn't bow back to Yumi after he loses and he just walks out on her.
Yeah, no, he has grown from that point. I think it has more to be with him, especially there being kind of salty. That he lost to a girl. Yeah, he definitely becomes a more tolerant individual.
Oh yes, definitely. He gets nicer
because he's also a bit of an ass to Odd at first too. Granted,
yeah,
Kiwi did shit in his bed.
All right, I'm gonna go pass that, my friends.
All right, see you, Doctor. Thank you for joining the
bye.
stream.
Thanks for joining.
All right. Don't die. That's my line.
Take care, brush your hair.
But overall, and then Odd has probably one of the more. He develops as a character, but it's a very lateral kind of character development. He doesn't grow as a person. He just kind of changes as a person.
TV Tropes considers him a static character, which I don't entirely agree with.
I think the with regards to character growth, he is static. With regards to character personality type, he is not static. He changes as an individual over the show, but it is not growing as an individual. It's simply just changing, which is like a weird, not straightforward way to explain it, but also the best way to explain it.
Yeah, he doesn't really grow as a character. I did get annoyed in season 4 when he started to become even a little more immature, pull a little more stupid pranks. Then Evolution came and just really made him, and I'm not just talking about like they casted him as a child, I mean they wrote him as a child. But I'll rant about that when we get there.
We'll rant about that when we get there. Yes. Good, Anakin. Good.
We pick apart this show, but we love it. We all love this show. We wouldn't be doing
for
this.
As many times as they put the door backwards, I still can't hate the show.
I actually hate this show, and I put myself in the position of head writer so I can sabotage it. Thank you very much.
I'll still voice act for you. I'll voice act whatever garbage you throw my way.
He's gonna write Johnny into being the real villain the entire time.
I will have a field day voicing him as the villain. I'll do the cutesy.
Guys,
newsflash. The whole time.
Guys, newsflash. Ulrich and Yumi are the main characters, so Johnny has to be the villain because he's the arch nemesis of Ulrich when it comes to Yumi. Not William. Because William is the red herring.
Of course.
Johnny just shows up at night and over Ulrich's bed just with a knife. He's just like, I have to eliminate the competition. You understand, don't you?
And then Ulrich pulls out a katana. No, you. Just cuts Johnny's head off. But then Johnny's lifeless corpse stands back up, picks up his head and puts it on, and screws it back into place. Ulrich wakes on. We have to go.
Please stop leaking. Please stop leaking official Project Eradication content. Thank you very much.
Not even beheading can stop me.
Ulrich and Odd run to Jeremy's room. Xander's attacking. He's possessed. Johnny checks the super scan. There's no activated tower. Well, your super scans, but they go to the factory. They go through all of Lyoko. There's no tower. Johnny walks up behind Jeremy at the supercomputer. It's no Xana attack, Jeremy, and he kills Jeremy.
I always thought
Jeremy
it
was weak.
He then walks downstairs and turns the computer
Ew.
off while everybody's inside of it. Except Yumi, who is devirtualized. Oh my gosh. Xana runs to the cortex and hides there for the rest of eternity out of pure fear of the real villain, the real monster. Johnny, whatever his last name is.
We
What
don't
is
even know his last name. We
don't.
don't know. It can be whatever we want it to be.
What does the
Johnny
wiki say it is?
McCage.
Let's check the wiki.
Johnny's last
It's
name
just
is
Johnny.
Johnny
He doesn't
Yes
have a last
Papa.
name.
No, it's Johnny Yes Papa. So Johnny Yes Papa. That's his name.
He doesn't. He doesn't have a last name. Maybe his name should be
Johnny.
Johnny Test. His last name's Test.
Oh, so the English voice actor for him is Jodie Forrest, if anyone cares. Just pulled up.
Yeah.
Doesn't she she voices Sissy in Hurts, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
So she voices Sissy Damos, Nicole Weber, Rosa.
Rosa Petitchin?
Brynja. She voices Brynja. She voices Mrs. Hertz, Yolanda, and Dorothy. So Yolanda, and then just Yolanda, and then Yolanda before they named her Yolanda.
Young Ailita Schiefer, that must have been for the flashbacks.
For the flashbacks.
Yumi's mom!
She voices
Kiko.
Yumi's mom. Claire, the girl Odd asks out in episode 52.
And Heidi Klinger. Another person that dumps Odd.
Anais. Hold on. Anais Fike is the most beautiful girl at Caddick according to Odd. I don't know. What do you?
Yeah, I don't think they have a last name for him.
They don't.
I cannot remember. He doesn't have that many scenes. Oh, someone asked in the comments, and what's his name in the original French version? Perhaps he got a surname there. I don't even know how to check that.
Okay, Google.
Oh, frick, he's only in like 5 episodes. Straight to Heart, The Pretender, Skid Near Hot Shower, and Canine Conundrum. Oh, for a second I thought...
If you search for Anais on Google, you get some very interesting, probably from Deviant fan art, coming up in the first row of search results. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think she's the most beautiful girl at Caddick?
Who?
She's up on the stream right now. Anais Fike. According to Odd, she's the most beautiful girl at Caddick.
He has some weird.
She's the best girl.
I'm gonna give her a solid 9. Not quite a 10.
Everybody knows that Rosa's the best girl.
Actually, I think we can. Hold on. We can see her.
Whoa.
Supposed to be. This is actually where Odd says.
Yeah, cool. If cool means our worst nightmare.
Hello, Rick. You know we're in the same class again.
Was she? What are you thinking? I am thinking wrong. Damn it. Alright, well, I think this has been going on long enough. So, we shall return next week for episodes 54 through 56. See you guys there.
Bye. Well, I'll try to be there.
So long.